Prince Edward Island is a fantastic place to have a dual sport or an ADV bike. And one of the things that I worry about a lot is that once people do get their ADV bikes, they have a hard time figuring out where to ride them. Well, today I'm going to try to solve that as much as I can by sharing with you my top 3 ADV rides on Prince Edward Island. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to highlight some of the key areas that you'll find along these routes and highlight the fact that there's a really good blend of red dirt fun and asphalt scenery to kind of enjoy. I'll share with you all the GPX files and some Google links for some of the routes. So let's get started. Our first ADV ride and route for today starts out at this small little spillway and pond here just below St. Peter's Bay. And while this is a really good route for any season, the fall really shines on this one. So I encourage you to take advantage of some of that red dirt road when the leaves start changing, because we're going to get into a lot of awesome forest area with this one. I call this route the East Point Ride. And it takes you pretty much from St. Peter's Bay along a nice red dirt line all the way out to East Point Lighthouse. And it includes a lot of really good highlights as well.
One of the benefits of heading up into this direction, this area of Harmony Junction and St. Catharines, and just up north of Surrey in general, is there's tons of like softwood lumber and tons of really cool like leaves changing in the fall like this.
The first section of this ride is a lot of back road, dirt road meandering through a lot of really interesting sections. And it really pays off a little bit. You do have to shift back and forth through a little bit of blacktop, but it's not too bad if what you're after is just a whole day of dirt. I will say this, you want to keep a close eye on your Google Maps because you can get turned around a little bit, so you might have to reorganize things. But overall, you won't spend too much there playing with the phone. One really awesome highlight of this route is Klondike Road. Has to be one of my top 10 roads on Prince Edward Island. It can get a little mucky, especially in the areas around the end and in the middle, but it's totally worth it. A lot of fun for sure. You got to spin up the back tires of those ADV bikes sometimes, right?
The Shinkos can't handle it. All right, so this is the Glen basically. Okay. So everything from like here into there, as far as East Point Lighthouse, is all just like maze of trails.
And that is the absolute truth. The Glen is an area just north of Surrey, and it's buried into the woods. You can access this area just by darting off of the dirt roads into these dual track cart path areas. But I will warn you, a lot of the mudded areas inside these are much deeper than they look.
I'll just give you an idea. Not too bad, but there you go.
Once you explore for a little while, you'll find this nice, interesting clearing area here, which is great for a little bit of a day camp or taking a small break. But as far as this trail section goes, I'm going to leave it here and let your exploration take you. I will give you a couple other highlight points though. If you follow along this dirt road section here, you'll find a location known as Fountainhead. And this can be a gateway to a lot of other trails, just like the one we saw there. From this location, your next target is going to be East Point Lighthouse, and it's a straight shot through the woods and on that red dirt road until you hit a little bit of blacktop and then find your way to the lighthouse itself. I strongly encourage putting some time into the day and saving some time for just exploration of this particular area in general, because it's the real highlight of this area known as the East Point Run. All right, let's take a look at number 2 on this list. If you're looking to build some skills and get better standing up while you're riding and get a little bit more confidence in the sand, then the Dromore Run is what you're after. This is my skills builder. I've been using this run to just get better off-road and just overall have a quick afternoon of fun for a long time. And it really pays off. There's a lot of excellent sections on this run, so let's take a look in a little bit deeper and see how they shape up. As I've said, the Dromore Run is an older one, that's for sure. But there's a lot of this run that I haven't really shared in previous videos. A great place to start on this one is definitely from Charlottetown. And that'll take you all the way up towards Blooming Point Beach, drop you towards Mount Stewart, and then dig you right into the Dromore Trail, which is the actual highlight of this trail overall. The first section of the trail brings you to a point called Blooming Point Beach. Now, you can access this one and it'll give you a lot of really awesome dirt roads, but it really brings you to a beautiful beach run that has a nice little bridge and a great pond. I encourage you to explore the beach, but don't go too far from the parking lot because the farther you go, the less clothes there are, if you get what I mean. So once you come away from the beach, you take a left and that'll slowly bring you towards an area called Scotchford. And this is a series of blueberry old dirt roads that are excellent. Now, stay frosty, because there are some surprise moments and some deep sand that can leave you in some trouble if you're not expecting it. You can get some good tank slappers going on this one, that's for sure. But that's what this is all about, trying to build some skills. So if you're unconfident in the sand, this straight stretch right here will give you all the tools you need to get better. The Dromore Woodlands Trail just sits outside of Mount Stewart and near Fort Augustus, but it is absolutely the highlight of this run for sure. Now this trail offers a lot of deep woods dual track cart path stuff, but it also offers a lot of high berm turns that come up really quick and really make you decide when it's appropriate to stand and when it's appropriate to sit to get that better traction. So like I've been saying before, another skills builder section of this awesome run. Another really cool part about this run is this small hidden clearing that you can find right deep into the middle section of this trail. Now this is an excellent place to take a little bit of a day camp, have a break, have a coffee, get some water into you in between the riding, or if you're bold enough you can stay overnight and have a camp out here. I've done it before and it's great. Now, I will say that hurricane damage has really taken a number out of this one here. So as you can see here, it's really not accessible anymore. The trail is just completely covered in downed trees. Now it's my hope that the Trail Association will be able to get this opened up soon, but who knows, it's a lot of work. I have been hearing reports from the other island riders out around Prince Edward Island that this area has gotten better since the hurricane damage, and that the foliage has really filled it back into almost what it was like before. But despite all that, all the same awesome trail aspects exist here, so definitely give it a check. Anyway, let's move into something a little bit more scenic. Let's head out towards Malpeque Bay for our number 3. If you're looking for a scenic ride and you want to get to the real heart of Prince Edward Island, then the Thunder Cove Run is just what the doctor ordered. This run has a lot of great dirt roads, but some beautiful asphalt trails, and the payoff is huge. The Thunder Cove Run stretches all the way from basically the interior of central Prince Edward Island up to Malpeque Bay. You start at Brookvale Provincial Ski Park and you move yourself all the way to Thunder Cove Beach. And the scenery here is just outstanding. Bring your drone. That's all I get to say. The first section of this run is known as the Warburton Run, and this is a combination of Ross Road, Clyde Road, and Warburton Road. This section offers a lot of really good closed-in dirt roads that have a little bit of moisture to them, if you will, but a lot of nice easy hill climbs as well. It's a beautiful section that sets the mood for this trail overall, this run overall, and really gives a good tempo. Now, be careful. If you tend to explore a little bit and make a wrong turn, you might end up into something like this. But it's not impossible, as you can see Craig handling it here quite well on the Tenere 700. As we move closer to the north shore of Prince Edward Island, you get into the Blacktop, which is really cool on this run. It gives you some exposure to some of the old amusement parks, but it also has a lot of fun twisties and things.
I'm loving the twisties on this asphalt here. Just coming through the trees, beautiful. This is a beautiful ride. This is why, you know, and I've said this before, I'll say it again over and over. But you know, the adventure doesn't just live on the dirt roads and the dual tracks and the ATV trails. It lives on the other side of your comfort zone. And if that happens to be in the asphalt, then man, oh man, that's just as good.
And the blacktop really delivers the closer you get to this area called French River. You'll move through some really nice small communities like North Rustico, which will show off Lucy Maud Montgomery's birthplace here to the right, and you'll get into French River directly, which shows a really cool, nice community with the water on the side and some fishing boats and some wharfs. It's really awesome. But the scenery really starts to unfold the closer you get to New London, which is just a short ride from French River. And this really pays off. You can get to New London Lighthouse just through this little parking area here, and it's just a bit of a stroll to get down towards the beach. But once you get there, the scenes of all of the water are just amazing. See the beautiful lighthouses, and all of the really cool picturesque parts of Prince Edward Island start to come alive with this route. From here, you'll move up towards Cape Tryon Lighthouse. Now there is a section from New London where you can come up along the coast and ride along the field edge, but you can also take it from the asphalt, and that'll bring you to a location here, which will be easy to miss, to be honest, but it's right to your right, and it's a nice dirt patch, and man, oh man, does this ever just say Prince Edward Island right here. From that, and once you've made it all this way, you're treated to some really amazing views. Cliff sides that just seem to go on forever, and they're all characterized by that beautiful lighthouse on Cape Tryon. After that, it's on to Cousins Shore Beach, which is a really nice little beach here that's located just to the west of Cape Tryon. And again, you can get at it just coming off of the asphalt and through a bit of a dirt road. Now this beach is really neat. And I will say one thing about the beaches on this video here too. Do not ride on the beaches. I know that you want to have that awesome epic ride on the beach, but we have a lot of endangered species that nest on the beach and it's hard to tell where they are. And a motorcycle can really ruin that. The last section of this route is the capstone of this route for sure, and it is Thunder Cove Beach. Finding a spot to park is a little bit tricky, but you can place your bike right here without ruffling too many feathers from the locals. I will say there's a lot of private property in this area, so make sure you go carefully. However, despite that, there is a nice little route that you can walk along here that'll take you right down to the beach so you can enjoy some of the beautiful scenes that you'll find down here. This beach is amazing, especially at sundown just like this. It offers so many cool red rock scenes. This is definitely the reward for a full days of riding. If you put all these routes together, that's for sure. I will say this little rock figure right here called Teacup Rock, it is gone. We lost it based on the hurricane damage that came through here in the last couple of years, but still this is a beautiful spot. So I hope you enjoyed these 3 ADV routes, and if you come up to Prince Edward Island, I strongly encourage you to check them all out. They take you from east into central Prince Edward Island, and if you string them all together, you've almost got a tip-to-tip run. Until you do ride these Ones Island riders, and until we see each other again on the road, I hope you're riding safe, and I hope you're having a great off season if that's where you are. And if you're getting ready to ride again, good luck, ride safe, and take care.